After anchoring the news on a Wednesday, I rush home, shower, and pack before hopping on a plane for a completely different kind of job.
Okay, welcome to Monterey. The local time here is just about 8:36.
Hey guys, annyeong, that means hi in Korean. I'm Christine with Kimbap TV, empowering you to live a happier and safer life, especially if you're a fellow domestic violence survivor. I just arrived in Monterey, California. It's like less than an hour flight from LA. And it is empty because it is the evening. Tomorrow I am going to be working with a group of detectives throughout the state. They gather once a quarter, and I get to help train them in the field of human trafficking and just working with them to become more culturally aware when helping victims of crime. Monterey happens to be one of my favorite places in California, and I have a good friend from college who actually works here, and so she's picking me up from the airport.
Yay! Welcome to Monterey!
I get to do a little bit of sightseeing, a little bit of socializing, and a little bit of meaningful work.
I want to bring you along on this trip to let you see a part of my life after domestic violence that has become really meaningful to me. Training new detectives isn't easy work, but it's something I look forward to every time. Things I like to pack when I'm going on a work trip. Something comfortable for my hotel room. This is like a vegan silk robe from Talbot's. Slippers for the hotel room. And face mask because my face gets dry. Oh, I always bring a stuffed animal. This is Mabel. She has lavender in her butt, so she helps me to wind down, and she's super soft. So having these things help me to feel as relaxed as I could be. I hope to have a decent night's sleep so I can get it refreshed and do what I need to do. So skin, stay hydrated. Mabel, keep me comfortable, and good night, everybody. Good morning. It is D-Day. I am showered, went for a walk. My hotel is just about a mile away from the touristy parts of Monterey, and so I was able to walk over to McDonald's. They weren't open yet. That's how small this town is. It's like not open until 9 o'clock for walk-in. The nice lady still fed me though. Walked on the pier, saw some people getting in line for whale watching. Retraced a lot of the steps that Maddie and I went about a year ago when we were here in October for my birthday road trip. I miss my husband. I miss Maddie. All these places, I just remember we were walking down the same streets, and maybe God prepared me for this trip because He knew I'd be alone, and I wouldn't feel so alone when I saw familiar sights. Preparing for this trip, I get very emotionally unstable, and I know a lot of it has to do with the fact that I have to be re-triggered again. Like, I just pulled up the actor guide. I'm refreshing myself on my scenario right now. I'll tell you a little bit about who it is that I'm portraying during the first part of our training. We're acting out a role where I'm a victim of human trafficking. I'm 30 years old. I'm Korean. My name's Zora. I was found at a Korean karaoke bar with some abrasions to my body and face and strangulation marks around my neck. Patrol officers are here. I'm not a human trafficking victim in real life, but I am a domestic violence and sexual assault survivor. So these things, these details, they just are so triggering. But at the end of the day, at the end of the training, I just feel so good that I'm able to take something bad and make it a learning experience for new detectives that truly have a heart for wanting to help victims of crime like this. So I'm meeting with my group in about an hour for lunch and to just go over everything before the training portion begins. So deep breaths. It'll be okay. Chipotle lunch hour is also a time for me to get to know the other actors/instructors better. I recognize a couple of them who were also at the training a few months ago in Sunnyvale. It's so nice to see familiar faces here, and I asked them why they chose to come back.
To help people out, to help because there's like a cultural difference, and like the detectives were saying, they have to be low-key relatable or respectful of the culture and how to approach the people and the victims without without offending them, basically. So that's why I wanted to help out.
I'm actually here because I support law enforcement. I'm a huge law enforcement supporter. My family, I have a cousin and that's a CHP officer. My sister's a deputy. My family in the military. I have my brother that was a Marine. My mom was in the Army. My niece she's currently in Japan. She's a Marine also. So yeah, I'm here to help out law enforcement.
You'll hear more from Cynthia and Seda in my next Women Empowerment video. Before we know it, it's time to head to our designated hotel rooms for our training. This is where I transform into Sora Kim and allow each of 5 detectives to ask me questions in their own style and with their own strategies.
You said that you were going to work. Can you kind of tell me about that a little bit?
Did you guys have any other agreement in regards to what this job consisted of?
I've been doing this for a very long time. I've heard this situation hundreds of times.
You can just look at that. You can zoom in, you can do whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about breaking the phone.
Do you have any kids? No. Any dogs, cats, hamsters?
They rotate every 15 minutes, and then we debrief within our intimate group before joining the entire training team and summarizing key lessons from our time together. The one thing I have brought up before and that I've noticed a little bit this time around is when you say I know what you all have been through, or like generalizing my situation, it to me felt a little bit like minimizing my experience. So even if you have a wealth of knowledge or experience helping victims similar to me, I think in my case, helping me understand that I'm unique in what I experienced, it helps. Rather than saying, I've done this so many years and I know all of this, so just tell me kind of a vibe is what I, kind of perceive when something like that happens. Nie Shilling is a detective in the Special Investigations Bureau at the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office. He led our group and talked about the importance of our session.
Not only that you're a good actress, but also, like you said, you are a victim of domestic violence and sexual assaults. That just kind of adds a lot to the validity of these investigations. When we're role-playing, you can put your perspective in where you're not just going through the motions and checking off boxes. It's been good to meet with other detectives throughout the state, see how they are doing these cases and see how they develop their interview skills, and from there on they can mingle with other detectives and sharpen their interview skills where they probably wouldn't think about asking certain type of questions where another detective did.
After class, I'm invited to Rosine's where I unwind with a beer and get to know some of the instructors better. So I originally was planning to meet with my friend Princess, but she encouraged me to, join the detectives, the instructors for this dinner so that we can share a meal together and get to know each other a little bit better. And, it's fascinating learning about their line of work and just the types of people that they come across and that they try to help. So really appreciate everything that they're doing all across the state. Now I'm just, I'm relieved to be back in my bed and think I deserve a nice night of rest. Hopefully I can sleep through the night and just wake up refreshed. So another one down, next one's in December. There's a level of confidence and comfort that comes along with kind of knowing what to expect and what you can do to be as helpful as possible. So Mabel and I are ready to go to bed now. So good night and see you again soon. Friday morning. I wake up after 8 a.m. and feel so refreshed after 9 hours and 20 minutes of undisturbed sleep. I take a scenic stroll along the coastline, passing Old Fisherman's Wharf, San Carlos Beach, and take a break at Cannery Row. It's hard to believe almost a year has passed since I discovered this spot for the first time with Maddie, and it feels a bit empty here without him. But I still go to his favorite spots and capture this moment to share with him. On my way back to the hotel, I pick up a small cup of clam chowder, which I enjoy on my hotel room balcony just before packing up and checking out. My friend Princess is running late, so I walk through her campus, Monterey Peninsula College, which is literally next door to my hotel. And then I walk an extra mile to the Del Monte Shopping Center, where I window shop and pick up a souvenir, my first Chanel nail polish, and give myself a mani-pedi while waiting for my ride. Princess and I get about an hour together before my flight, so we waste no time at Woody's at the airport.
Cheers to our friendship of 19 years, just shy of 20. We're both in Monterey, 20 years out. We both have our degrees, we have jobs, we have families, and it's a good time. Oh my God. Anyway, love you.
This meal is priceless. Friday's special prime rib hits the spot, and after refueling with great conversation and food, it's already time to go back home. Goodbye, Monterey! And just like that, a few days go by and I am back in the safety of my home in Torrance. I cherish short trips like this because they get the travel bug out of my system and help me to feel fulfilled. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope this gives you a good glimpse into what life as a domestic violence and sexual assault survivor can look like. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you think it can help. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.